NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden in Midtown Manhattan. Tonight, the New York Knicks taking on the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets control the tap. Jay Williams.
Substitutions. Entering the game for the New York Knicks. Number
Andre Iguodala. Tips it.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
To Marcus Morris. Knicks with 4 to shoot. 24-second violation.
New York.
Prince sizing up Iguodala. From the painted area, won't go down. Fires the three. Prince there for the rebound. To Dinwiddie. No good.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
On a pass stolen by the Knicks. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
To Dinwiddie. Shot clock winding down. Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. To Monroe. The big guy, Greg Monroe. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Dinwiddie into the front court. He'll run the offense. From long range, his first effort off the mark. Oh, pass stolen by the Nets.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Almost. Tough shot in traffic. Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
It goes down.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Around the perimeter. To Hollis Jefferson. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Jay, the Knicks searched long and hard for their next head coach. They chose David Fizdale. Why was this the right choice?
Well, first off, he's a two-time NBA champion as assistant coach with D. Wade and LeBron James from Miami Heat. And I got some time to spend with him down in Miami at D. Wade's fantasy camp. He is hard and very stern, but it comes from a brotherly place. His ability to build the right culture in New York will be imperative, but it all starts with that kind of teaching.
Five on the shot clock. Beyond the arc for three. Not easy.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. It's 14-12. And count the basket.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
New York Knicks basketball.
Here we go. I got him.
Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for two.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Dinwiddie into the front court. 2-point advantage. Wide open look, won't go.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
For the New York Knicks.
And now one.
Substitutions, New York. Into the game for the Brooklyn Nets. Number 8, Spencer Dinwiddie.
To Marcus Morris. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marcus Morris. Scary sight. DeAndre Jordan with the putback slam.
That's the DJ we all know and love.
Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. Durant picked up by Gibson. To Dinwiddie.
Coming right.
Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
When one player goes down, or maybe in this case two, it gives a player an opportunity to really rise to the occasion. Well, that happened last year with Spencer Dinwiddie. When Jeremy Lin and D'Angelo Russell both went down to injury, this kid went from a D-League player to a starter in the NBA, and one of the most clutch players we had for the Brooklyn Nets this past year.
Here comes the screen. To Gibson. Has a look. Taj Gibson. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Brooklyn's got it. To Durant. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
Smith with the basketball. They trail by 2. Over to the right side. To Marcus Morris. New York with 4 to shoot. 4-3. The rebound cleared by the Nets. Oh, straight down the middle, 4-2.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Smith. Here comes the screen. To Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson, he's 2 for 2 now.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
To Durant.
Screen left coming, screen left coming,
Irving.
screen left.
To Durant. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Durant knocks it down from mid-range.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Let's see what the Knicks can do here. To Dennis Smith Jr. Taj Gibson, 3 for 3 in this first half.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Nothing going here on that drive. Irving. Short jumper, won't fall.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Sheer strength to slam it down. He ran right through the gauntlet.
Clean up in aisle 4. Repeat, clean up in aisle 4. If there's anyone from the weak side that wants to participate in this game defensively, please raise your hand.
Jordan to Durant. Kevin Durant. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Smith to Julius Randle. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim.
I mean, Ed, I get more and more impressed with guys' ability to shift their body. That's a Euro step, a side step. However they find a way to get through traffic and finish like that. Oof.
Marcus Morris, that's his first personal foul.
Spencer Dinwiddie trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 79% at the line.
Yes, sir. Ball.
To Julius Randle. Able to convert inside.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Kevin Durant with the rock.
Hey, check up, let's go.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. To Jordan. DeAndre Jordan, look out.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To Gibson. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25+ assists and you won the game, and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
Right.
Durant, guarded by Gibson. And he throws it down. Power play by DeAndre Jordan.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. DeAndre Jordan swats it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
They go down low to Randle. To Dennis Smith Jr. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Dennis Smith Jr. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Entering the game for Brooklyn, number 31.
Jay, 28 wins a year ago for the Nets, but a couple of individuals, they shined in their playing time.
8 wins better than the year before. And think about Jared Allen for this team. He is a new age 5, has the versatility and the speed to run the court. And then you think about a guy like Spencer Dinwiddie, who actually got drafted in the 2nd round and actually gambled on himself, had a horrific knee injury. To see the kind of minutes due to the injuries that he played and the level that he played at, Ed, this team is on their way.
To Marcus Morris. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Sexton. Here comes the screen. Kevin Durant able to recover with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
The big guy, Greg Monroe. Now the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one. Dinwiddie with the basketball. Up by 3. Durant against the former Finals MVP. Add 2 points to the board. Kevin Durant, dynamic once again.
And giving it to you any way you want it. On the block, from the perimeter, mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
And he's going to the free throw line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First one goes down. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. To Durant. Oh, he had him there for a second. Short jumper won't go down. To Julius Randle. Stuffs it down with authority.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Kevin Durant has it.
2 minutes left in the second quarter.
Rebound taken by the Knicks. Iguodala to bring it up. Down just a couple. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go. To Dinwiddie. Shot won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Too much contact. And free throws coming.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Jared Allen has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 77% at the line. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Knicks with the basketball. Smith. Iguodala, tough matchup against Durant. To Dennis Smith Jr. The big guy, Greg Monroe. Can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field.
But did you see the way he was able to do it, Ed? Did you see him constantly probe the defense by maintaining his dribble? Ultimately, if you keep your eyes on all the other defenders, they will lose track of where the ball is. That's where you slip a quick pass in for an easy dime.
Durant, deep left corner. To Durant. Has a chance. A shot by KD, no good.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Brooklyn with the basketball. To Durant. Probing the defense. Count the basket.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Iguodala to bring it up. They trail by 1. DeAndre Jordan with the block. Nothing going here on that drive. Julius Randle, huge block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down.
Yes, at the buzzer. He just managed to get it off in time. As a result, they're ahead on the scoreboard here at the end of the first half.
The Knicks. All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
That's out.
Substitutions, Brooklyn. Stepping in for New York, number 31, Marcus Morris.
To Marcus Morris. Knocked loose. Nets have it. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw's good to cement the 3-point play. The lead is back down to 1.
Give me stance, I'm coming, give me stance. Oh, here it is, here it is.
Here comes the screen.
Look.
To Monroe. Whoa, what a finish.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
I got something for him.
Monroe. Here comes the screen. Down to 5 on the 24. Joe Harris snatching it out of the air.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Taurean Prince at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Hasn't missed yet. And he's got the free throw as well. New York in control of the basketball. Knicks with 4 to shoot. Oh, pass stolen by the Nets.
Neck and neck. They couldn't get anything on that possession. Let's see if we can get a bucket in transition.
Iguodala to bring it up. Tie game, 3rd quarter. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
To Dinwiddie. Goes reverse to lay it in.
What I like about Spencer Dinwiddie is that he's a worker. I remember he got hurt his last year in college at Colorado, still decided to take a chance on himself, went into the draft, got drafted 2nd round, and now I see him still defining and refining his game.
The drive, right to the basket. Greg Monroe sends it away. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Off the assist.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
The assist from number 12, Joe Harris.
0-0 going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Down low to Monroe. Cruises inside for 2.
And Ed, not every pass needs to be a home run pass or thread the needle. Sometimes an easy kick ahead or an easy shuffle pass can make the game simple. The more simplistic the game is, the more efficient you'll be as a unit.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
The possession lies with New York. Here comes the screen. To Monroe. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Can't do that.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 3.
Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. For 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
I'm here.
Cleans it up to Monroe. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Greg Monroe trying to cash in on the 3-point play. A career 70% free throw shooter.
Got the mini. Bucket.
Nets have it. Surveys the floor to Dinwiddie. Lets it fly from long range. Tough shot for Dinwiddie. No good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
Down low to Monroe. Rocking the rim.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Dinwiddie into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. Now ready to shoot at the line.
No, no, no. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Taurean Prince at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2.
Subbing in for the New York Knicks, number 31, Marcus Morris.
Kyrie Irving for 2. Off the mark. Well contested.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Here comes the screen. Nets have the basketball.
Hey, lock up.
Irving to Hollis Jefferson. Greg Monroe with a piece. 4th this contest. Smith now into the front court. Lead stands at 10. New York with 4 to shoot. Dennis Smith Jr. He's now 4 for 6.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
That'll get out of bounds off of Irving. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Entering the game for New York, number 30, Julius Randle.
Here comes the screen. Down low to Monroe. Nice pass to get things going.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Count the bucket for 2.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
To Colin Sexton. Nothing going here on that drive. Defense making the ball carrier work. From the painted area, won't go down. On the follow, way to stay with it.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. Trailing by 14. Durant to Dinwiddie. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
And he misses that one free throw. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Short jumper misses. Randall. Here comes the screen. To Monroe. DeAndre Jordan rejects it. Ooh, 5 now.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
And draws the foul.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximal effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
And hits the first free throw. So he hits the first, misses the second. Dinwiddie into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
To Monroe. DeAndre Jordan pins it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Durant with the basketball up top. His guys down 11. That's out of bounds. Last touch by the Knicks. Time to shuffle things up.
For New York, number 25, Reggie Bullock.
Durant to Jordan. To Durant.
What's that back door? What's that back door?
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He engulfed him that time.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Andre Iguodala at the line for a chance at a three-point play. 71% for his career. It's Brooklyn's ball. To Durant.
1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter.
Probing the defense. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Durant. Off the mark, no good. Iguodala to bring it up. His guys leading by 14. To Julius Randle. Big finish that time for Julius Randle. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Curling inside. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
It's a victory for the Knicks as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams.
The Knicks emerged victorious after a tight finish. You ask me, and and that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.